Hello everyone, and welcome back to Pokerole. This is going to be session 153 of our ongoing series, and how many arcs do we have? I don't even know what season we're on. I think we have seasons because Edio wrote it in the wiki or something, but yeah, we've been going a while, and we're about to face down the big old dragon. We'll see what happens this session. But before we begin, if you like the video, do think about giving a like, maybe dropping a subscription if you feel like doing that, or maybe coming over to Twitch, hanging out with us live. It's always fun, whether you want to lurk or to talk. Either way, it's a lot of fun to have more people around. Think about coming over, hanging out. It's also fun just to socialize with people, though it's a little hard to do that on Pokerole because I'm focusing on roleplay. But all the same, think about coming over, socializing. It's a lot of fun. We also have a pretty cool Discord server if you want to check that out. There's also the Pokerole Discord server you can access off of that, which is where we post talking about this game. There's a coffee link if you want to help us directly monetize the content, which is very, very appreciated. We always could use the help. If you have the means, please consider it. And of course, there's also a merch store if you want to buy some cool stuff over there. And I should of course mention the Poke Pioneers Mirahees wiki, where you can look up episode recaps, character bios, and more about our game. All links are in the description. You can check them out at your leisure. But yeah, I hope the stream goers are doing well, but also how are the VC goers? How's everybody doing?
Us doing all right.
We're doing well. We had some pizza, and that was awesome.
Pizza is awesome.
And I'm feeling the sort of weight drop from I had to make a difficult choice where it's like, where like you're kind of waiting on someone to change, but like it's clearly like it's not gonna happen or you can't make it happen, so you gotta go and just cut them out.
Yeah,
I had to do that last
you have to
night.
move forward, even if other people.
Yeah.
Well, it's not fun to do that, but I hope it goes well for you, honestly.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm kind of worried about is I'm still friends with some other people who tolerate them, so like I might cause them to throw a tantrum that they have to deal with.
Just remember that each person should be treated as an individual. Nobody should be pressured to have a problem with you if you're not friends with somebody else. Like that everybody should individually consider that.
Oh no, he's like, I don't know, he's getting on their nerves too. That was my only thought. It's like, oh man, me blocking him might cause him to throw a tantrum at someone who I still care about.
Well, just stick to your guns and be calm.
Yeah.
But yeah, aside from that, I hope everybody is doing well. And Carter, how about I'll hand it over to you.
Alrighty then. For recap purposes, I'm going to move back to using Dungeons 1 number 5. If only because I know exactly how much we're going to be listening to the other track.
Quite fair.
Welcome to the table, everyone. Last time was session 152, on Ascending Winds. The wind starts to pick up as the party climbs up the switchback, some particularly strong gusts making it difficult for the lighter party members to keep on the ground, particularly Ryda. However, by utilizing rope that Ryda brought along, the team was able to keep tethered to each other and stop anyone from falling into the dust storm kicking up below. Further up, the terrain becomes more rugged and unstable, the wind causing stones and the like to be thrown around. As they press on, they spot a tree clinging to a nearby ledge and notice a glint of something interesting shining among its branches. Ralph's curiosity gets the better of him, and he tries to use Psychic to pull out the shining object before reaching out to it himself. Tucker and Ryda notice the ground under the Snorlax becoming unstable, and Ryda warns for him to move back before trying to reach for the object themselves. When even Rida fails to pull it from the tree with Psychic, Ralph accepts that they would need to risk climbing onto that ledge to grab the item directly. However, as Brooke catches up to the two deliberating on how to gently remove it, he simply strikes the tree with superpower to cause it to fall to the ground, and tells the two to move on as he climbs back onto the solid ground, when the ledge gives out beneath his weight. Meanwhile, he secretly asks Scales to float down to where the tree fell to confirm what it was. Soon, the path ahead of the party stops, and Laurentis tells them that they will need to climb up from where they're using holds in the cliff face. While they climb up, a strong breeze pulls Laurentis off the wall, and they cling to the rope tied around them as the party tries to figure out a way to pull them back while remaining on the wall. Brooke uses one of the new abilities from his evolution, and summons a vestige of Delmise, which causes vines to emerge from the moss in the wall to wrap around Laurentis and return them to the cliff face. The party resumes their climb with minimal issues until they are able to reach the top and see the lush forest of the blustering mesa ahead. As the team approaches the tree line, the scent of spicy berries becomes immediately apparent. Tucker tries to pluck one from the tree to taste it, and when he does, a metallic cry sounds out from the forest canopy. Deadeye and Ralph recognize the cry as that of a skarmory, and Laurentis pleads for the party to get back to moving before it tracks them down. Tucker, Ralph, and Rida put some of the berries into their bags, and Tucker tries one of the spicy ones for himself while the party moves ahead. As they step beneath the safety of the canopy, Brooke sees the spirit of Scales reform on his shoulder, and tells him that the shiny object was unfortunately too far from where Brooke was at this point for him to confirm whatever it happened to be. Delving deeper into the forest, Brooke, Ralph, and Tucker search for edible plants that may be useful to bring to Savantown, while Rida keeps an eye out for any potential attackers. They soon come across a clearing adorned with strange markings on the ground. Laurentis assumes the spot to be a circle for Oricorio to dance in, though they have no idea what time the party could expect to find them dancing there. Deciding to keep the location in mind, the party resumes their search for plants and herbs. As they do, an avian Pokemon attempts to soar down, but before they could even finish shrieking, Deadeye blasts them out of the sky with a bolt of electricity. Rida also maintains their watch of the sky as the group progresses, noticing the Skarmory circling the area less frequently as they keep moving. They soon happen across an area filled with flowers, and begin identifying and pulling out any that could be edible or useful for medicine, relying on Meyer's knowledge of plants, and Brooke's experiences from foraging as a human. Rida also notices a trail of something moving further into the mesa. Laurentis encourages the party to progress a small distance beyond the field of flowers, and come across a clearing that was their home while living in the mesa. They advise the team to rest there for the night, seeing as the avian Pokemon tend to leave this spot alone more often than other clearings in the forest. However, they make sure to direct the party down a path leading out from the clearing to show them a colossal hydragon currently stirring from its slumber. I don't remember that Laurentis purposely led you all there. They just happened to.
Yeah, I think it was just incidental.
Yeah, I'm sure it must have seemed purposeful, but no, it was not. They did not want to come across this thing. Anyway, while the rest of the team tries to remain silent, to not attract its attention, they only notice too late as Lyre fearlessly approaches the beast, causing it to lock its gazes upon the party. Also, everyone thank Ennio for the great job they did.
Thanks, Ennio.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what we're talking about, because you could be talking about the recap or the artwork. Or... Yes, the answer is yes.
Yes.
Now, let's see. Was that the whole intro? Actually, a little shorter than I thought it'd be.
Not too much happened last time.
Yeah, it was kind of a chill time. We were just wandering, picking flowers while I was. I do have one more art to share. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say now we can return back to Events 110.
Okay. Which, wait. Yeah, I was playing that anyway, so hey, it worked out.
But yes, more art.
Yes, I can't put it on the table, so you have to look at the stream for this. So I can actually I'll put it in our Pokerole chat too, in case you don't want to put the stream. But this was art that, I got as a little gift, all of a sudden from, Zabachi. Which, is interesting. This is interesting because, he showed it with you too? It's the first time I've been drawn in outfit as a Maena, so. I was like, yay! Because we haven't seen how the refitted outfit looks on me yet, in art before this, so. Yeah, a little walk. Zabachi's practicing animations, so.
He's been doing a few stuff lately. Cute doodles.
Also, Ferris says, first time ignoring the art I did? What? I'm not ignoring your art, what? Or was this done first? Oh, yeah, that's right. You did technically put me on. Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm blanking out. Yeah, that's true. You also did draw me in the outfit. I don't know how I blanked on that. I'm sorry about that. I think it's because it's more of, because the focus was more on the fact there was a factor thing, so I didn't really think about the outfit as much. Maya Day for the win. That's why he did it. That's why Zabachi drew the animation. That's really true, Fair. I still need to get a reference from Kyrio at some point. For a proper, good overall good pose to see the outfit best. Because I have yet to have a picture like that yet. That's what more my aim. But, let's see.
Also, what the heck is with SoundCloud lately on the tablet? Stuff doesn't want to load. You have to, mouse over it.
You have to mouse over it, yeah. It's... Well, I don't know. They did some update and things broke for the tablet. Honestly, I hope the tablet doesn't completely break someday because of updates to SoundCloud. I remember the Charm picked SoundCloud specifically because very few sites worked on the tablet that could also play music. So, yeah. That's why, even though SoundCloud's kind of a hassle, that's why Charm used it. So
makes sense. Yeah. But it has been several years, so
yeah.
Things break.
In any case.
Yes. In any case, we are ready to resume. The hydragon regards all of you. The central head seems to be focused on Lyre, but the others turn slightly, sweeping around, even turning back to check to see if they're surrounded. They're a large dragon, but certainly not the largest that you've all seen. Not that that's necessarily a fair comparison. Sorry, brain blanked as I'm gathering thoughts.
It's okay.
Nah, been there.
Yeah.
What is all this again? More of you? Well, I suppose you're welcome to try and kill me. But I ought to warn you, that won't be easy. Liar blinks and is somewhat taken aback as the three-headed dragon seems mostly to address the lot of you.
Fair.
Did he say deal with him or kill him?
And kill him.
Kill.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I think Brooke will hold up his hand and say, "Whoa, wait a minute. We didn't come here to kill anyone."
We're sure that the birds would disagree. Not that I particularly care. The central head looks almost eye level for you, Brooke. But your badges are telling a different story. So what is it this time? A dangerous monster on top of the mesa? Or are you just here to steal everything?
I think Brooke will ask, "You've met other pioneers?"
Is that what you're calling yourselves? I don't think it matters. You can dress up your organizations in whatever names you see fit. To me, you're all the same. One of the side heads turns down to look at Liar. And you. I don't know why you're here. But I'm not the dragon you think I am. Go back home. Liar frowns and steps back.
And walk backwards. I love it. I know it's just the animation of the piece, but
I should mention that at this point, Lori is cowering behind Brooke.
Understandable.
Fair.
They are fragile bug, and they would be squished. There are a couple words that you vaguely understand, Rida, but some of these are entirely new. The only word you recognize out of that is life.
Interesting.
Tucker's staying quiet, but is studying the dragon and holding himself non-threateningly too. Actually, can I do an intuition roll?
Sure. Give me a smart contest perform.
Okay. Okay. the intuition is not like, oh, who is this, but more just with how they're talking. Tucker is trying to discern, basically, and I assume with that role, can discern. They sound kind of old and weary.
Yes. This is a very tired Pokemon.
Mhm.
Though, given they are a dragon, it's hard to tell what constitutes as old.
Mm-hmm.
A malicious hum.
The other head turns slowly to look at you, Ryda.
Yeah, of course.
Oh. We weren't expecting the warden to come for us. So what is it they think we've done? They begin to rise up higher as their 6 wings beat, sending gusts across the grass in waves over the lot of you. Dark feathers like petals scattering. Here we've been, just waiting out our exile. What could we have possibly done to warrant your attention?
Ryda is going to take a step forward and then get down onto a knee. I apologize for the intrusion. My intention is not to come here on behalf of my lord. This is merely coincidence that we cross paths. Me and my comrades are merely here for some resource, and then we will be on our way. We did not intend to cause trouble. We weren't even aware that you were of residence here.
Technically that last part isn't true.
Well, I mean, we knew a dragon existed.
Yeah,
It was
but we
this
didn't
one.
know he was here.
Exactly.
Especially a dragon of exile or something. We didn't know that either.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like told about the dragon like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I feel like Lori said something before you went to the Mesa, but that was a while back, and I don't hold any of us to
Yeah, I
remember.
was not
Actually, I
intending
do
to
want to
lie
say I
at
think we knew
all
about the
there.
dragon before traveling, but not much about them.
No, it was just like a dragon. It was not
Yeah.
specifically a hydragon. That I kept secret.
Hi, dragon.
Yeah. My intention was not to lie, it was to just be honest.
Why do we not believe you?
Rook will cross his arms and just say, "You're sure making a lot of assumptions about us, but we have no intention of causing harm unless attacked first."
Have you noticed any dragon's fire on you yet? The central head leveling a half-lidded gaze at Brooke.
And I haven't bit you yet, so we're even.
Indeed.
The point I'm making is I'm not a fool. They heave another heavy sigh and alight back on the ground. Lyre having moved to stand defensively between Ryda and the Hydragon.
Oh.
And what about you, little runaway? Why did you return? Lori jumps what must be 3 feet behind you, Brooke. They needed help, and this place can help them. Is that so? I suppose it's not my business. But why? They seem to begin muttering amongst themselves, each head saying something different. Making it very difficult to parse out what exactly they're saying.
Or raise a hand like I'm in class. Mr. Let me cover over this. I'm trying to select him.
Oh, let me lock this for you. There you go. You should have used your time now.
Ah, there we go.
Hydragon. There we go. I'm gonna raise a hand. Mr. Hydragon. I can't help but wonder. So, each head has its own brain.
Always asking the important questions.
What? One of the arm heads, the one nearest to you, Ralph, removes itself from the conversation to look at and address you. Oh, good. Another biology lesson.
Ah, cool. So you're used to this.
I'm tired of it. All three heads stop as they groan, swaying from side to side. I'm tired of stupid questions I don't know or care for the answers of.
Oh, okay.
We're tired of people like you coming up here. We are tired of former humans begging for our help. We are tired of being reminded that we have lost the sky.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. We're gonna take it back.
And we don't need your help.
Hydragon stares at Brooke and Ralph in utter disbelief. Oh, that's funny. That's rich coming from you, bud. That's rich coming from humans.
Well, keen eye, by the way. Yeah, not everyone is awesome enough to, notice.
Not really. When you go through this enough times, you start to see the signs. The way you carry yourselves. The entitlement. The arrogance. Maybe that's why we felt compelled to help them once upon a time. And look there, that got us.
Yeah, that's why I had to call in the specialists. I had to call in us, because you see we're more awesome than anyone else who tried.
Tucker was stepped forward, studying Hydragon a bit. Which, by the way, just a side note, did they ever say they were Hydragon?
I don't believe they designated who they are.
Then, okay, that's interesting, because Ralph knew this dragons. That's interesting.
Oh, I thought it was just the species of the Pokemon.
I figured this was just a Ralph knew this thing because of past life thing.
I mean, knowing this is a Hydragon is one thing. You don't know if they have a name.
Mm-hmm. But Tucker will approach and, studying the Hydragon for a second, will ask, It sounds like you have a lot of experience with humans. I have a question, though. Is there something you need help with? Being exiled doesn't sound fun.
No, it's not. I think you're the first to even notice. Ah, yes, I remember once. Another group came by. They were all so peaceful. No, they weren't. They didn't attack at first, but they did. They called this place a paradise. Maybe for them. But I doubt any of you can imagine what it's like to be able to fly above the clouds, to have that be your home, and now to be stripped of it. But they've lost their own world. That doesn't matter. They've made this their home. They always do.
Rough looking thoughtful. So from the sounds of your conversations with Riley there, Eternatus banished you. This should make you smile. I hit him with a big hammer. I mean, it didn't hurt him very much, but we were running from him. I hit him with a big hammer, so you can at least know that the guy who banished you got hit with a hammer by a Snorlax.
The Warden? Why would we care? The Warden is their own prisoner. The Warden has no power over us.
It sounded maybe like you held a grudge, and it might make you smile to hear that.
A grudge? Of course. None of you are dragons. How can we expect you to understand that? How tiresome. Questions and conversation. Just take what you want and leave. That will be enough for us. But we could ask more. We could keep them from leaving. But what would that make us? Perhaps no better than them.
I would be willing to offer my services if you so desire.
And why should we trust you, one who treaties with death?
My allegiance is primarily to my team. If Brooke wants me to do something, I will choose their will over Eternatus.
All three heads tilt slightly to the side, eyes narrowed. The central head swivels to look at Tucker. You travel with a Justicar, and Eternatus' prize. And yet you would offer us aid. Why?
Tucker thinks for a moment, and then answers fairly honestly. I don't always agree with what Ryda does. We see differently on some things, but we're still a team. What I believe is to help as many as I can. Whether they trust us or not, if somebody's in need, I'd like to help them. Sure, we fight when we have to. And we do sometimes, but where possible, I want to protect.
Judge, we're the heroes. We're supposed to be. Yeah, it's the good guys. It's supposed to be our gig.
Heroes.
We try our best.
The term I still do not agree with.
And on that we are agreed, Little Warden.
Oh, it's a cute nickname. I should start calling you Little Warden.
I like the nickname too.
Titles are meaningless. Actions are what matter. They return to looking mostly at Brooke. The one keeps a wary eye on Deadeye, who has just been picking at his claws. Like he's been ignoring this whole conversation. You wanted resources from me. You may take some. Our exile has set us as guardian of this place. A so-called New Eden, should the apocalypse return.
So this place is a backup plan in case we fail.
What irony that so many so-called heroes had come to defile this place. One head sneers at Ralph, using the word
I'm gonna sneer
heroes
back.
with as much venom as they can manage.
I'm gonna do the anime stretchy face where I stretch my mouth out and stick out my tongue to sneer back. Nah.
Ralph, please.
Right, that's exactly. If anything, when Ralph mentioned the whole hero thing, Tucker probably would have rolled his eyes a little bit, because he's not really fond of titles like that either.
Yeah. Basically, nobody agreed with Ralph.
Everybody disliked that.
Heroes!
Everyone disliked that. Pops up on screen.
Yeah, it's like, we're the heroes, everyone. Debatable.
I can imagine that anime trope where Ralph takes up most of the screen, doing a pose. We're heroes, and then off to the side is everybody in little figures. No, we don't agree with that.
Right, I'm casually standing in the background of that scene with blood off the sickle or something on the side.
I'm just holding a knife with blood on it. Yeah, no, we're not heroes.
Oh, yeah. Out of character, we're closer to mercenaries than heroes at the moment, aren't we? We mostly take quote unquote good missions, but we're more mercenaries.
I mean, I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry for this, but when the conversation started on Hydragon said, "I've come to kill me," I was like, no, that's somebody to the northwest.
I mean, for all you know, they've had to deal with them, so...
Probably.
Gosh, at this point, I swear Sir Gallant is the Excalibur of The plains comment.
Oh no,
Yes.
did Sir Gallon pop up here and be like, I shall slay you, dragon? Oh no.
Sir Gallant. He's probably been everywhere.
Fool. But yeah, interesting that he's so perceptive of our different goings on.
I actually wonder if Tucker might feel a sort of a sense of not, like, an extra sense of bravery due to new typing, basically.
Oh yeah, fairy typing. What with your immunity to dragon?
Yeah, I feel like dragons won't be quite as intimidating instinctually at this point for Tucker. I say quite as, because they can still hit like a truck of other moves, but, you know. It's also for times we... Yeah, that's... He probably can regard me with suspicion, definitely. So...
Yeah, unfortunately, Tucker, you're counted as suspicious everywhere you go, just to count of being, like, part of the Poochiana Mighty Ant line.
Sad, I'm just shady.
Not necessarily. That's kind of been dealt with. The suspicion is only in an area you've already left.
He did.
That's true, it's mostly localized.
Shady. But you're not. Well, I guess you are slim right now. But you're the not slim shady. You're the thick shady.
Currently normal weight, yeah.
Also, yeah, Tucker has no fairy moves, unfortunately.
Nope.
Why?
I only have Dragon immunity in my fairy type right now. Aw, dang, that's not nothing.
I think Brooke will say, I don't know about heroes or any of that. First and foremost, we're pioneers who want to help people survive in the plains. We have no intention of staying over long.
Good. The more we're left be, the better. It's not as though you can change Rayquaza's mind anyway. So take what you need and go.
New side quest added. Change Rayquaza's mind.
Well, I kind of assumed when he said he lost this guy.
Yeah, that was the logical guess.
Oh, I thought. Yeah, I thought it was saying like we lost this guy, as in like their fight against the Dead Star. The Dead Star won. Like they lost this guy.
No, that's
why
space.
I'm like,
No,
oh,
that's
we're space.
There's a difference between
Space.
sky and space.
I knew what you
One.
were inferring, and I was happy to just sort of let it go, but no.
To be fair, Rayquaza does like rule the stratosphere where space and sky kind of meet, but yeah. Yeah, sadly, we can't really help him with this, though, because it's not like we're explorers of sky or something.
Anhin Hulayan, Inoriental. Noliath Antonom. All three heads roll their eyes simultaneously. You only have temporary leave from your prison. That makes you a prisoner still. It is quaint you want to help. But there is nothing you can do. We suggest that you take your friend here away, sooner than later. We do not want the Warden's eyes here. Also, Ryder, you would have understood an amount of that. There's still a couple of the new words. But effectively, it was Lyre telling the hydragon that they don't have to stay a prisoner if they don't want to be. After all, they're free now. Even if only for a little while.
Yeah. And we might negotiate a longer one.
Tucker also has probably tried to straighten the ear for what Lyra's been saying too. Probably not as much success as Ryder on it though.
Spent a lot of time with Lyra to decipher his language. It's becoming useful.
Yes, it is a very good foresight on your end, actually.
Has Ryder made clear that they've been able to understand Lyra to the rest of the group, or at least partially?
I mean, yeah, they don't hide if Lyre's talking in his tongue and Ryder responds to them.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Yep. Actually, Ryder, go ahead and give me a smart contest perform check to see if you manage to get some of that new set of words. Oh wow, we have Gates to Infinity in the chat. Hi.
Hello! Literally the game is in the chat. Hello there, that's the right name.
We still have Lucky Chant active.
I assume so.
I don't think it ever got expired.
The day hasn't ticked over. So that'd be a 5. So Lyre is calling the hydragon the voice of life.
Ooh.
Speaking of Gates to Infinity.
Voice of life. Interesting.
Oops, I didn't actually mean to hit enter, but sure.
That's okay, we can wait for the rest.
No, I was going to wait until conversation started up again, basically.
Oh. Tucker notably will not continue a conversation. It does look like Tucker is interested in learning more, but also understands already what Brooke was about to say, that Hydragon finds this very tedious. The talking thing. It's not helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm like in a think pose. I really want to ask a stupid question, but I don't.
I mean, you can ask. That doesn't mean they'll
It's
answer.
yeah. It's like, I know I shouldn't, but I finally do. I'm sorry, going back to the biology thing again. So, do you have one big stomach that all three mouths are connected to, or like two, or do you have like 3 little stomachs and each mouth gets its own stomach?
Oh, okay. It's another biology question. In which case, yeah, no. Definitely gonna ignore that.
It's important to Ralph's character that he asked about. Like,
Yeah.
you got one big stomach, or is each one like connected to one of 3 little stomachs?
I guess I have a question. If I may, your title is The Voice of Life, correct?
No. Each of the Hydragon's heads turns sequentially, glowering at you, Ryda. If we were the voice, we would not be here. If we were the voice, Rayquaza would have no command over us. And if we were the voice, perhaps we could have done more. Like we said, the little heartstring has mistaken us for another dragon.
I apologize for our assumptions. Do you have a name or something to be addressed by them?
We are Calamanthus.
Very well then. Calamanthus, we will do what we intended to do and we will leave post-haste. We do not wish to cause any more discomfort for you.
It matters little. Our discomfort is meaningless in the grand scheme. You all will be dust before our bones litter the mesa. Simply leave this place intact, and we will have no reason to quarrel.
The rider just gives a nod and then looks towards Brooke.
Yeah, we'll get out of your scales. Let's go, team.
Tucker nods to the leader and turns.
Lyre hangs their head and turns away, trotting back over to Rida, looking disappointed.
Rida drapes an arm around Lyre as they walk away.
I suppose I should spell the name. I put it in text chat, but Calamanthus is Calimanthus.
I'll put it here too.
Calamari mantis.
Callie.
Interesting.
Like DJ Callie. That's not in character, by the way. I'm just making a joke as Tubby.
Also, Brooke played it.
Oh, I
What did you
said
say?
that to myself.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Wasn't really meant to be an out loud thing.
Yeah, I suppose we walk away.
Did you want me to say that line, Brooke?
No, it's just something he mutters to himself.
Ah, okay. Dragons are always such a cheerful bunch, aren't they? It's almost like most of the ones you've met are either responsible for the internal politics of the species or have issues.
Or our Noibat.
Or our Noibat, who falls under the has issues umbrella.
Yeah. Never have just a cheerful dragon, do we?
We have yet to meet a Dragonite, so...
No, actually, that's wrong. There is the one Flygon.
Oh,
We haven't had
he
much
was-
interaction with them, have we?
I don't.
He delivered something and then we never saw him again.
Correct, but they were nice.
We're nice. So I guess we're just gonna look for dirt.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, Tucker tried to ask, like, is there something we could do for you if you're in exile? And it's like, he just doesn't. He wants to be left alone. That's what we could do for him.
Pretty much, that's what I gathered.
Very cheery.
I mean, unless you want to go into the dragon veins and tell off Rayquaza, that surely won't have any lasting consequences.
So there is the major question of why is this guy in exile?
Yeah, we don't know. He might have done something egregious, or he might have just failed some arbitrary dragon honor bullshit. Like we don't know.
And also, Tucker's opinion of dragon politics is that they're a little bit dumb. So.
I mean, we do have some reason to try and talk to Rayquaza eventually.
That's true. I mean, Rayquaza can go to space, so...
Yeah, that's we do need a way to get into space at some point.
Maybe that's a little bit safer than teleporting up 300 kilometers just straight up.
Especially if we might miss.
Sorry, what was that? Kyrio?
Especially if we might miss. We got scattered just teleporting to the gallantry.
Yeah, I mean, don't you want to float in orbit above the planet, slowly freezing to death? That sounds like a fun time. Yeah, I'm gonna put Hydragon away for now.
Also, I think this is the first time that we learned that, I guess it's the Dragon's plan that this place would be a post-apocalyptic place to be in. Mm-hmm. So I guess Dragons are playing post-op stuff, so they're playing their Fallout bunkers. It's this place.
Yep, they're the Doomsday Preppers.
I don't know if I would call them Doomsday Preppers, considering a number of them are responsible for a prior Doomsday.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're little. I don't know if you want I don't know what even to call it. Their pocket space where we met most of them. Surprised that's not their sanctuary, so to speak.
That's more for after the fact. I'm getting.
Yes, the dragon. I believe I've called it the Dragon's Path. Sorry.
Dragon's Path.
Yeah, the Dragon's Path is their space,
mm-hmm.
but in the event of deep catastrophe, they have something for the upper world, and this probably isn't the only one. Because that would be silly. Why would you only have one contingency plan?
That's true. That is good. That being said, I bet it's only something that is going to help them and nobody else, probably. So
I don't know if it only helped them, then they could just stick whatever they needed in the Dragon's Path, probably.
That's true. Yeah. Maybe they are being a little. I don't know if altruistic's right, or maybe practical's a better word.
Yeah, more practicality. They probably see the benefit in keeping an ecosystem alive.
Yeah.
Kind of like when we. Best. Yeah, kind of like when we as a species put something on an endangered species list. It isn't entirely unselfish. It's sort of, we recognize that bad shit could happen if random animals disappear from the earth. We don't entirely know what could happen, but we know shit happens.
Yeah.
Yes. And just want to put it out there that a number of the dragons on the council are legendaries. They are effectively gods.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them happens to be the Lord of Balance.
Oh, good point.
I mean, if players and audience will recall, Zygarde isn't exactly an active participant at the moment due to the Dark Star,
mm-hmm.
but that doesn't mean their influence cannot be felt.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you all leave Hydragon to their, what could be generously called devices, as they...
They're sulking?
Yeah, brooding.
Close enough. As they sort of lay back down and seem to curl up and return to slumber. With Lori leading you back to their little grove, which is nearby, and they're just sort of having a very quiet panic attack as they realize how close they lived to Hydragon for ever so long. But if you ask them about getting dirt, they will offer some from around like their little clearing area if you want to take some of that. Since y'all are going to be sleeping there anyway.
Tucker will. Oh, sorry.
Nope, go ahead.
Tucker is going. Well, Tucker wants to do a conversation right now, so you can go ahead first.
Lori's also gonna remind you all that you can probably take some more of the berries, flowers, and herbs that are nearby. Because you haven't taken very much as yet, but they advise like they're rubbing their manted limbs together nervously as they advise a lot of you probably don't pick any bushes or trees bare, just in case.
Yeah, we don't want to defile them. We just need to take what we can.
Also, maybe don't try to take any bushes or saplings wholesale, just in case.
Oh yeah, so we don't want to leave ugly gashes and all that.
Yeah.
They might be being a little overly cautious right now.
Still, though, it's good not to cause too much. Like, don't make a mess and everything, and don't leave holes everywhere. Yep.
Meanwhile, Deadeye, continuing to do as he pleases, as always, is just keeping his eyes up toward the canopy to see if there's anything else he can zap.
Tucker will probably try to just recruit Ryda and helping him gather. Since Tucker kind of knows the good flowers now, we'll continue to gather like good herbal-based stuff, basically. And we'll enlist Ryda to help if Ryda wants to, with the implication being that he wants to talk to Ryda a bit.
Yeah, Ryda will help. They don't have any qualms with this. If Tucker is asking for assistance, they're gonna help.
Okay. Then while they are working on a bit of foraging, which I can do rolls for that if you want me to, by the way. But
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Is Ryda also foraging?
Yeah. That is what they were asked to do, so it's what they're gonna do.
Indeed.
Okie doke. In which case, that would be a smart survival nature from the both of you.
okay.
Oh, right, and we can return
No
to...
nature.
When we're ready, we can return to...
Oh, I'm sorry, I moved the old ones. That was my fault.
That's okay.
I just now realized the energy root looks like a fist
Aha.
in its little artwork.
Oh. I see. Also, yay, 4. Thanks for lucky, chat.
Yeah, I got a 2.
We can return to Dungeons 1, number 5, because we are no longer in Hydragon Town.
Hydragon Town.
Yeah, we said bye, dragon.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh.
It's okay. They don't mind. Saying goodbye is probably the nicest thing you've said to them, Rob.
Probably true.
The Hydragon.
You get along well with Brock.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, Ryda, unfortunately, you are not as well versed at this foraging thing as Tucker is. Not necessarily a fair comparison, but even in this particularly lush area, you are finding difficulty just gathering things. But it's a learning experience.
Distracted.
That too. I would assume that Ryda is very distracted thinking about some things that Calamanthus has said.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why Tucker wanted to talk too. But let's see what's Tucker's role. Is that going to get a few things?
Yeah, you're able to find a few things. Are you looking for anything specific?
specifically try to get basically another bushel of the good flowers, but also seeking out any further berries that can be found as well, since those are a little easier to pick out.
Okay. Well, you have Lyre there, so Lyre is able to help point you in the direction of good flowers. Lori is sticking to Brooke like glue, so they're not there to help you. Look, Brooke and Ralph and Deadeye are big and strong, and Lori doesn't need to worry when they're around them.
Yeah, big and
Maybe.
strong.
Alright then. Yeah, so that's what's... And it may seem weird that Tucker's picking so many flowers, but if it's... basically, Tucker will start conversation right by mentioning... Alright, with your and Lyre's help, it should be easy to gather more of these. I was thinking about giving some to Rise. If this does make a good tease, I think it might... Well, they might appreciate it.
I suppose a tea could be some use for these.
By the way, Tucker's not so smoothly transitions. That voice of life thing, where'd you get that? From Lyre?
Yes, it is something I overheard him say.
Any clue what that's about?
Unfortunately, I do not. It is something I've been pondering, and perhaps debating on asking Eternatus.
It's a pretty important sounding title. If that hydragon wasn't what Lyre thought they were, I wonder if there's another hydragon that was.
It could be that they are in fact the one, though stricken of title. It could be an entirely different Pokemon. It is uncertain at this time.
I'm also curious about that exile. Though it seems unwise to ask more.
Lyre will nod to that. They still look very disappointed.
Aw.
Sad deer face.
But I guess it's not too much of our business right now. Still, though, if you do find anything out from Eternatus, I'd be curious to know more.
Why exactly are you interested in such?
Tucker takes a moment to think about that. I don't know. Whenever you run into these dragon types, they always make me cautious, but also interest me. I kind of feel like they could help us a lot if they wanted to. He sort of rolls his eyes a little bit. I guess you're on better terms in some ways than I am, but I don't know.
It is true they could be of assistance, though from their perspective they have more to balance and weigh. It is not so simple as helping another. Their actions could have more consequences than even we know.
I guess that's the problem of being, if not legendary, at least very powerful.
Strong does not mean free.
Indeed.
Tucker nods. There wouldn't be a whole prison down there in the Dragon's Path if that was the case, yeah.
And as Calamanthus said, even though Eternatus may be the warden, he too is a prisoner.
Which is why he needs people like you, I guess.
Blyer nods to that commentary. They shiver bodily and shake it off.
Yes. Someone who is less consequential in actions, who have less impact around them, though is still efficient.
I guess there's still a lot to weigh that I don't understand. Thanks, Ryda. And Liar, too.
Ryda just sort of looks a bit confused, but accepts.
And that's all that Tucker really wanted to say for that.
I don't think Ryda had any other follow-up to that, so they just continue assisting as best they can, even though they are terrible at it.
Tucker doesn't see the mind.
Sorry. I was going to say, you're not terrible. You're just having a tough time right now. You did better earlier when you were looking for like herbs and stuff. But you do manage to gather effectively a bushel of the good flowers. You've picked a large majority of the good ones in the area, and you figure that it might be a decent idea to leave them alone for now.
Yeah, not picking too many. Just want to experiment a bit.
And you're able to get a variety of berries from around here as well. There aren't too many, but it's not like there's a ton of birds eating berries regularly and dropping the seeds around so that a bunch of them grow in clusters in this particular space, so...
That's fair. Tucker seems to be interested in keeping some, but honestly, this is a trip to help the settlement, so it's also kind of a, let's see what people like, and maybe we can cultivate some of this. Start it. But, yeah, how about the others? What are they? Somebody else will be in charge of dirt right now, I guess.
Hi. Is it coming through? I'm not hearing my feedback, but,
What's that? Oh, you were cutting out a little bit.
It's because I am opening something.
Yeah, you're constantly cutting early for your sentences.
Alrighty. There's my feedback noise. Before I start digging, which I figured I could dig pretty good, I'm gonna do one last look around for energy root and revival herb type plants. You know, keeping the medical side in mind.
That's probably smart.
Alrighty. Well, just like the others, go ahead and do a smart survival nature, if you would, to see if you can find them.
A lot of dice, but not a ton of success.
No lucky can't help there.
Yeah, no ones.
Well, unfortunately, while you can't find anything that looks to be a revival, not a revival herb, the root, is that just revival herb?
Yes, revival herb and energy root.
Oh, energy root, that's what I'm thinking. You don't find a revival herb or energy root, unfortunately. But you are able to find a couple of like wild root vegetables while you're digging. Which they might do well in transplanted soil.
Shrug, we'll give it a shot. And that's how we plan to get this dirt. We just gonna like find a spot that already is bare of grass, or are we gonna like try to
Was that directed at me or at Brooke?
yeah, like kind of at Brooke and like his gaze looking at Brooke and Lori at the same time, just like yeah, we obviously don't, yeah, after hearing his speech, we don't want to leave a big old hole.
Yeah, sure, Rook says a little flippantly, looking a bit disgruntled himself. No reason to make any more enemies. That is A-okay.
That's okay, I know how that is.
But Lori will come over and offer to help Ralph with moving dirt around so that it's not terrible looking. So, how many jars or bags of dirt are we going to be bringing? I forget how many we've brought.
Yeah.
Side note, I know you guys have at least a few jars and or bags.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I was gonna like fill all the jars and then like also the rest of my bag.
Just gonna put dirt around all your items. Well, I guess it's efficient.
Well, no, I would take my items out, put so many items worth of dirt in, and then put the items back on top of the dirt.
Okay.
Surely they won't get shuffled around and buried in the dirt.
To make it more fun, I don't know. It was an idea in my head, but I'm sure we have enough jars.
I mean, I guess you can put 3 items worth of dirt in your bag if you want to, Ralph.
Herbae, noodle fruit, snow. You know what? No, because I'll get dirt in the components of like the crossbow and stuff, and that would be bad.
Probably not.
Well, you do have the box that has compartments. I don't think those compartments are locked anymore either. I think you've gotten all that stuff out.
Yeah. Nah, the jars are probably enough. Besides the compartments, that's like it's like a one potted plant worth of dirt. You to fit in the box.
Oh, I meant like putting some of your items in the compartments so that you have
Oh.
more space.
That's actually a good idea.
No. Yeah, I don't see a whole crossbow fitting in there, though.
No, because like parts and stuff were just dismantled to put in there. But I have emptied the compartments for if you need to use them for things.
Yeah, it's more like a tackle box, though.
We should take as much as we can, but ideally we figure out how to make more so we don't have to come back, Brooke says, filling a few of his jars. This might be gross to say, but if you have a lot of bird Pokemon in town, you know, like the post office, have them fly over the orchard, maybe?
No.
Right. I will float ideas about that to Pangoro.
Post office don't affect it immediately. We're relocating the restrooms.
Yeah, unfortunately, Lori doesn't exactly know why the dirt is so good. It's just like a suggestion.
I want to say
It's not-
last session that Tucker did comment on the value of fertilizer being that was something
Yes.
I can remember. So
Tucker did. And it's like, yeah, that's an idea we can float around, and we don't want to think about too hard.
Believe that it'll come from someone sapient. But yeah. We're gonna fill up the jars. I'll put some in the box. I feel like the box could hold it around about as much as the jar, maybe half as much.
okay, go put dirt in the box. Okay, rather than your
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
That makes
that's
sense.
fine. If you want to put dirt in the box,
Yeah.
which, by the way, that's very funny, because the way the three compartments are situated, if you left the doors open or took them off, you could use it as a planter.
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
Even if, like, as a DM, you said, no, we'll hand wave, like, dirt getting inside the mechanics of your zapper and your crossbow. I feel like, as a character, he wouldn't risk getting dirt inside of, like, potentially sensitive equipment. Not that it's all that sensitive or, you know, fine.
Yeah, but it's stuff that could be mucked up by having the dirt in it, so yeah. I know you're a biologist, and Milo is an archaeologist. You think the two of you can do, like, sciencey stuff to figure out what's special about this? Burke asks Ralph, gesturing to a jar of dirt.
Maybe.
Side note, because I have to, he's got a jar of dirt. He's got a jar of dirt.
To be honest with you, we brought bags, but it's turned into jars just because of the meme, I think.
Well, Brooke has jars.
Oh, that's true. Brooke does have his own personal jar.
Brooke has jars, but I believe the rest of you have bags.
Right. Side note also, when it comes to leaving, Tucker had already at some point just volunteered to saddle up the bags, by the way.
Actually, you know, we'll give the dirt an odor sniff to see if it smells like real dirt. Potting soil. Like, good dirt has almost the scent of rotten pumpkin.
I like the way you said that, like real dirt. I hope this isn't some of that synthetic dirt.
I mean, yeah, you can sniff at it. It's dirt. I don't know.
Well, he asked me to try and figure out why it's so good. I can't put it under a microscope, but I can put it under a smelloscope.
Use odor sleuth.
Yep, that's what he was doing.
Yeah, smelloscope.
Let's see.
Where is odor sleuth?
It's at the bottom.
On my... alright, there we go. Insight survival, alright.
Oh, that's really good.
It's in chemical makeup.
Well, it sure smells like dirt. I'm gonna be honest here. I don't know enough about dirt to know what good dirt smells like. It smells like good dirt. I'm sure there are details that Ralph gleans about this that are important. As a person, I don't know how or what to give as details for this.
Let's see. Smells like it's less than 0.1% iron oxide, at least 2.3% sodium dioxide. Like list off the fucking exact chemical makeup. I'm joking, by the way.
Is this the formula for humans?
We could go on. I will look up what makes potting soil so good.
That's fine if you want to do that. Yeah. It'll be nice to have someone who actually knows, and, you know, me not be as bad as a storyteller for not knowing.
Let's see. Good.
But specifically, Ralph, you think you might be able to figure out a way to make more with big air quotes?
Yeah.
Or at the very least do something to the orchard soil to help make it closer to this. The only concern is that the altitudes are vastly different, which affects things.
Yes. Alright, so I've just picked a few things out of here. It's definitely lighter, partially due to the high peat content. So if we grind some peat and some other organic stuff like mulch into the orchard soil, it should closer. Also, just grinding this dirt into that dirt will help greatly. That savanna dirt, a lot of clay, a lot of, packed, not good.
Oh, thank you, Reese. No. Not an expert in dirt. Oh no, my immersion. I'm sorry.
That's a joke.
But there was another reason you all came here. It's just a matter of when Brooke decides they want to go check the area that they were looking at last time.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yep, for Brooke to learn rain dance. If that comes up, be like, so you think any dance will work with rain dance? You just gotta channel the right energies, or do you think it's a specific dance? Because if the former, it'd be really cool to do the Macarena, but channel the rain dance energy and Macarena the rain down.
was just about to say, Brooke will try to keep an eye out for activity in the area. Alrighty. When you get a chance then, Brooke, please give me an Insight Survival alert. But I will say that this gathering, be it of dirt or plants, is going to take several hours, so it is going to start getting later. And thankfully, you're relatively high up, so y'all can tell when the sun is setting.
Oh, yeah, it would be easy.
We're all humming the Macarena, changing the words to be about rain. No, I have a better idea, Hydra. Brooke has to do the transcendental cha-cha-cha.
Yes.
Not
What
really,
if it's-
of course.
It's the cha-cha slide. One cloud this time. One cloud this time. Left rain, let's go. Right rain, let's go. Oh no, there's a freeze! Everybody brace for hail. Clunk, 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 clunk.
I've already witnessed my death, so I'm doing alright so far. That's true! That's true.
Oh.
Oh no! I'm sorry, Kyrio. Apparently their mic is crapping out on them.
Oh no.
Fair enough.
Time to get a new mic, I guess.
Do you find any time? Sorry, I missed your roll. That was what I was waiting for. So, time passes, you don't hear or see anything nearby. But you could always go and check the area. Unless that's what you were doing. Because there was a very specific clearing. Okie dokie.
Oh man. Turning to Lori, I'll be like, yo, so I just added something. Fuck, I forget his name. I forget the dragon's name. Shit, I'm scrolling back like the friends.
Hydragon?
Halamantis.
Oh.
Calananthus.
Calamantis. Yo, I just realized Calamantis could be both good cop and bad cop if he was like giving someone the third degree. Though all three heads were kind of bad cop. But like he totally could be both good cop and bad cop. And I would put both hands up like I'm really the left hand could be like, listen up buddy, you need to talk, and the right head could be like, calm down. Now, I don't know how much longer I can control my other head here. He's a lot hungrier than the rest of us, so it's in your best interest to talk.
Laurantis, i.e. Lori, has zero context for this, and has no idea what a Muppet is. even though for some reason, they feel the urge to describe what Ralph is doing is like the hydragon using their arm heads like Muppets. That said, Brooke, it's later in the afternoon. Like, you can tell through the canopy and in some of the clearings, the sunlight is becoming this vibrant red-orange hue. And you're heading back to the clearing where all those sort of ground marks are. Are you being stealthy about this?
Also, in the meantime, I feel like Tucker, Ryda, and Larry just kind of went in their own groups. They're probably not going to be involved in this. What do you think, Ryda? Or Hydra?
I don't think Ryda would be involved in this, unless was specifically asked. Because Ryda's plan was kind of just to help Tucker with his thing, and then kind of go off to the side to do their own thing.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, Ryda doesn't, like... Oh, I'm sorry, Tucker doesn't hold Ryda hostage or anything. If Ryda does need to, like, just go and wants to do something else, they can. Of course.
They were given a task, they're gonna do it. Until it is completed.
I do one thing, I do it very well, and then I move on to the next.
Can I add a card for assortment of berries, actually, since that's also being gathered?
Sure.
Okay.
Burke hasn't seen much indication of anyone being non-feral enough for conversation, so he might try and be discreet. Okay. Go ahead and give me a Dex Survival Stealth, please. Alright, you're pretty big, so it's a little hard to get through all the brush without, causing some amount of noise. And thankfully, even when you go off on your own, you are big and scary enough that a majority of the birds just leave you be. The only ones that start eyeing you like you might be something to pick a fight with are roosting talonflames and the very uncommon braviary flying overhead. You come up on the clearing, and you notice after a moment that there is this relatively small, compared to you, lavender bird Pokemon. I believe we have a model for it. I think I asked Tucker to get me a model for it. I may not have.
Let's see. Which one?
An Oricorio.
Okay, let's...
I did not.
One. Okay.
That's fine.
I don't think I did, so let me...
An Oreo?
Not an Oreo.
Oricorio.
Those are good.
Oh. I wanted an Oreo.
This. Okay, that's generation...
I'd like an Oreo too, but I gotta eat real food.
That's generation...
That was Sun and Moon.
So that's... What number is that again?
7?
7. There you go. Should be in there. Let's see. Yeah, it was 7. I'm not good with numbers today. Oh right, there's multiples.
We want the purple one, if they're different.
I assume that's this one. That's the pink one. That's... They don't have pictures showing up, so I have to kind of pull them out. Yeah, okay, that's right. And by purple you mean blue, I think. Or maybe it is purple, I don't know. Colors.
Yeah. The ghost one.
Yeah, okay. And there you go.
There we go. Yes, they are even shorter than Retta. I don't care what the common height is for them, I've made them small.
That's an accomplishment.
So, Brooke, you're at the edge of this clearing as these small little lavender bird Pokemon start to gather. They're very quiet. They barely make any sound as they pass through the brush. Almost like little ghosts. You feel a sense of connection to them, however small and tenuous that may be. And each of them take up a position in one of the concentric circles that have been made in the grass of this clearing. 2 to each circle, and each one at a different point, so none of them entirely overlap. And no, I'm not doing that here. That would be way too many Oricorio. And I can't make them all do a single motion by highlighting them and just clicking one, unfortunately. So, theater of the mind.
It's fine.
And the lead Oricorio, or the very least the one that takes the lead, in the centermost ring, raises up one of its wings and then begins to dance. And one by one, spreading outward from inner ring to middle ring to outermost ring, they begin to dance in sequence until all of them are caught up and moving all together, fully in sync. It's this eerie, beautiful, silent sort of series of motions. They don't make sound or music. Their feathers don't even ruffle in a way that's audible. But as they dance, trails of fog begin to drift up from the ground, which is a little strange considering the current temperature. It's still a bit cold up here, but it's sunset, which is a period of time when the last streaks of heat happen to linger. And since I know Kyrio has mic trouble, I'll give you a minute to decide if you have anything you want to do or say. Wait, did y'all hear the microwave beeping?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah. Your
No.
your coffee's done
It's
or
okay.
whatever you were cooking.
It's okay. They're getting their dance together while some of them are, they're gonna have pizza pockets afterwards. It's fine.
No! Rook watches on in silent fascination. He doesn't hear any music, but I think he kind of starts to feel the rhythm in their movements. As the Oricorio continue to dance, they begin to pick up their pace, slowly but surely, winding around the circles faster and faster, but never so quick as to seem unnatural. And then they begin to exchange positions. Outer circle birds moving to the middle circle, middle to inner, inner to outer. As they continue on, causing the mist to rise up in drifting threads that connect each ring, almost like a web. And as they continue to move around and around, the rising mist starts to slightly obscure their movements, but never enough that you can't see them entirely. And then you feel it. The first small drop of rain from a clear sunset sky. Brooke will probably absently step forward as the fog thickens, trying to get a clearer look, sort of swaying back and forth as he tries to follow along. When the rain hits his scales, he'll look up at the sky. The sky is still clear, but clouds slowly begin to drift and gather. The Oricorio don't seem to particularly mind your presence. But another thing you notice is that there are no other Pokemon nearby. Yes, I turned off my push to talk when I heard it. Anyway, gosh, I feel like it should almost be a meme now that Oricorios have a microwave beep sound.
He's dead.
Oh, weird. That one didn't have the effects on it for some reason. Sensing his presence isn't a bother, Brooke starts to shuffle a little awkwardly around the dancing birds, sort of hesitantly joining in the dance, trying to awkwardly mimic some of what they're doing. It's not easy for you, particularly in your current large shape, to follow along with their movements. Not only have you not practiced, but they are smaller and swifter than you are. But there's an interesting thing that occurs. As you're trying to mimic them, you get nudged subtly. Soft brushing feathers against your legs and tail as they move around the circles in their dance. Deep, rumbling clouds gathering overhead, blocking out the last light of the sun as it sets. And they draw you further and further into the circle until you are at the center. Even Scales seems somewhat swept up in this, as out of the corner of your eye you catch him, almost swimming through the air in his phantasmal form, following the rotation of the mist clouds that gather on the ground.
Should we put Brooke in the middle? Just a thought.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah, there's a perfect space.
Well, Brooke, as you're trying to mimic the dance movements of these Oricorio, they are subtly nudging you further and further into the center of all the circles. And Scales is even doing a sort of like ghostly sky swimming thing that you can see out of the periphery of your vision, following the rotation of the mist clouds. Brooke starts just moving along with the birds, not really trying to copy them anymore, just following along with their subtle leading, letting the interesting energy of the motions overtake him, almost starting to feel dizzy in the middle of it all. And just as they had begun, each stops on the point where they began, and the dance changes. No longer is it a rising, rotating, sort of elegant, spinning ballet of sorts. Now they move in motions in place, wings rising and falling, bodies swaying to a rhythm unheard and unknown. And there is a blinding flash at the first clap of thunder. And you find them all prostrate upon the circles, as rain begins to pour heavily from above. And when you look around, you can see that beneath the rings, where the grass was growing, is stone. Worked and carved, cracked and worn with age. And beneath you are bones far too large for any normal Pokemon. We can now go to events 2, number 13.
Okay.
We've gotten so much use out of this one.
It should be an effective general mood setter. It is RPG Maker music.
I accidentally pushed a button. Now I'm in first person. Help. How do I fix?
Oh, press the button again.
I don't know which one it was.
Uh-oh. I know that's what you do. I don't remember either. Let me see if I can find out.
Oh, nope, that's top down. There we go. It's P.
Ah,
Now I'm zooming.
P for person of different numbers. Such as first
P
and
for
third.
POV.
Oh, POV, there you go. So, I may have missed something, so there's some bones now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Were they in the ground?
Yes.
Oh. Don't shoot. I'm not even there to shoot them, Pierre. It's okay. I'm trying to remember this location, this area. What did it look like before? It was like, was it just a circle of dirt, or was it?
Before it was just this wide grassy clearing that had the way that the grass was, it made 3 concentric circles where it was more like patted down and flattened due to repeated trampling over it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there was no even obscured sign of the bones beforehand. That's really interesting.
Correct. This is a transformation.
Oh.
As the lightning flashes and rain starts pouring in earnest, laughs, and a strange high as water fills the air. He looks at his fellow dancers and notices the stone and the bones. He quickly steps off, muttering, "Oh, sorry."
What are you sorry for? They knew it was there and they still put you there.
Scales hovers closer to Brooke, sort of looking warily around at the Oricorio, that if not moved since they lay themselves against the ground, almost like puppets with their strings cut.
I guess, Rick says. Still seems rude to dance on someone's grave.
He kneels a bit and claps his hands together towards both the Oricorio and the skeleton beneath.
Thank you.
For bringing the rain. As you look at the skeleton, it seems serpentine in nature. If you trace it, it looks almost as though it could span the spiraling coils all the way to the outermost circle. Go ahead and give me an Insight Survival Instinct check. Something about the shape is familiar, but you can't quite place it. But you can feel power in this clearing. Power that is familiar to you. Oh, go do that. We can take a very brief break. Oh dear. Do we need to stop?
That's okay, Kyrio. Just tell us, is it a pause or an end?
Yeah, because if we need to stop, that's okay. Given the time, it's probably better to end.
It's okay.
So yeah.
Today hasn't been the best day, it seems. It's alright, though. It's good of you to help him, though. That's more important.
No, it's okay.
It's okay. No problem. I'm not mad.
We'll end on this note. The shape of the skeleton is familiar, but not something that you can quite remember. But the feeling of power here is one you do recognize. It reminds you of when you went to the entrance to the Dragon's Path in the mountains by Sea Spray. And that is where we'll end off. You go ahead and go do the thing that you need to do. We can add the experience to your page.
Yeah, I can do that. Or you can do that if you want.
Bye, Kyrio.
Bye, Kyrio.
Sorry, everyone, that this session has been a bit jank, but there isn't much that any of us can do about it. I hope everyone has enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I mean, it's been a while
Sometimes
since
you
the
just have a
last.
scuffed session.
Listen, there was some scuffy sessions. Remember, his Charm had to break up some sessions because of other issues and stuff. Scuff jankiness will happen with a long-running game, I think, sometimes.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And I know that perhaps the conversation with Hydragon was not to everyone's pleasure.
Huh?
I enjoyed it.
I thought it was interesting, actually. I mean, Tucker wishes they could just be friends of a dragon for once, but you know.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that.
Maybe one day you'll have a dragon you'll be friends with.
I want a friend dragon. Yeah.
Like, at this point, you all in character know enough about the current history of the world that it makes sense why a lot of dragons are the way they are, given their involvement.
I mean, Tucker was agreeing with Rita genuinely when it's like, yeah, about the power and stuff. Like, makes sense. It really does. Kind of unfortunate, but
yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, of note, you all have not actually seen that many dragons. To be fair,
Yeah.
I do want to say thank you for the two recaps or the reboots of Interrupted Lines. I should be able to, for YouTube, this won't be nearly as scuffed. Like, Charm used to just divide the video into a part, like 67.1 and 67.2 or whatever. But I will be editing them together. It shouldn't be that bad. There'll just be a little casual fade out, and then the story will continue. It won't be that bad for YouTube. Just a bit of shorter session, that's all.
Okay. I've already added experience for Kyrio. It's 2 experience for everyone. Because I know we didn't get to do terribly much this session.
Sorry about that. No, we could consider. I mean, I want to see. We're going to try to start out this whole power issue. We have a buffer day tomorrow. The landlord basically said, like, yeah, he'll look at it tomorrow, and I was like, yeah, that seems. Nikki was like, yeah, that seems okay. It won't really disrupt us again until Friday, generally, because that's when next stream day is. So, I do wish that this issue would happen on literally any other stream than Pokerole, but oh well. Like, out of anything, I don't want to disrupt Pokerole. Oh well.
Like I said, there really isn't much that we can do for it.
Yeah, life happens. Yeah. But, did everybody else have experience, Tubby?
I didn't mind.
Tubby seems a little scarce at the moment, so just making sure. I don't think
I
Tubby
stepped away for a minute.
I think it was at 35 before.
Yeah, he was at 35 before, so go ahead and add.
Okay, let's just do that. There we go. Okay. Thanks for getting this way through. We're trying our best. Let's see. Is there any last things we want to talk about?
Well, I don't believe there is much to talk about at the moment.
I guess I'll ask for a definition, because admittedly I was a little confused. Maybe I'm just derpy. So, when the rain started and the bones appeared, you said it was a transformation. I wasn't clear. Were the bones being kind of washed up through the dirt because of the rain? Or was it saying a little more otherworldly than that?
That would depend on interpretation.
Oh, okay. You're going to be cagey me. That makes it more interesting.
Well, if you recall, the last node leading into the dragon's path was very well hidden.
That's true. Was it like an illusion magic thingy kind of with that one, I think? Oh, I don't remember. I mean, I guess they are kind of using illusions, though. I mean, I don't even quite understand how the path works physically, so...
It's based off of ley lines.
Yeah, and ley lines are not just physical things, so...
Yeah. And boy, wouldn't it make sense to have a gate to the dragon's path right here.
If they want this to be something of
There
a
we
sanctuary, that would make a lot of sense. Well,
Next time I gotta remember to talk to Eternatus about stuff. Though I am kind of hesitant to do it now because the whole, like, hey, the dragon's, like, in the other room. If he overhears, he might be a little angry.
yeah, he
So-
doesn't want anything to do with Aeronautis. He doesn't want Aeronautis' eyes around here, so need to do it later. I wonder if Aeronautis would even know what exactly happened between them and Hydragon, Hydragon and Rayquaza, I mean.
That depends on if Eternatus cares.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mhm. And if not, there's still the voice of life that Ryder can ask about.
Yeah, it's true too.
Yeah, there is that. Gee, isn't it so useful that you can just pray to your deity and they will directly answer you?
Well, if you feel like it.
I never said
It's
they
not
were
like
going to give
there's
you a direct
much
answer.
going on.
Yeah. But, yeah, I was drawing out the outro a little bit to see if Tubby wanted to come back and say anything, but it doesn't look like he's showing up, so I guess I'll do an outro now. But yeah, I hope everybody did enjoy the session, even if it is a bit scuffed. We're gonna see about what exactly this whole power issue is. If it is resolved soon, hopefully. We could discuss a makeup session next week if we feel like this session wasn't good enough, I guess. Not to put it that way, but you know what I mean. If we feel like we should be doing a bit more, we could consider a makeup next time, but I'm just going to open-endedly say that, not with any obligations. What was that, Carl?
Probably not next
Okay.
week, I'm afraid.
Got things going on. That's fair. Alright, we'll stick to our normal 2 weeks in that case. I'm sure the next week will probably be a little less scuffed, so... or the next 2 weeks will be a little less scuffed.
I hope so.
I'd imagine so.
I am glad that you all enjoy.
Yeah. Thank you for hosting the session, Car. Thank you for everyone for both enjoying watching as well as those of you playing. Thank you for playing with me. And yeah, that was session 153. Definitely built some good intrigue. Yes, scuffed and shorter as it is, definitely built some good intrigue here. I'm eager to see where this goes next session. But we'll see you in a couple weeks when we do session 154. Hope everybody enjoyed, and you all have a very good night.
Good night.